Let's go! Are you kidding me? Does Tua have a new weapon in Miami? His name, of course, is Malik Washington. Yes, get this guy a single-digit number. He wore something in the 80s last year, 83. This ends up being a very good catch. You could see Tua is leading him into this backer. Malik catches it. Not only does he catch it, he's able to fend off the tackle of that backer, make 37 miss. That is absolutely positively ridiculous wide receiver play. We get to this third down sack, and honestly, I don't know if there was really anything Tua could do about this. You can see he starts off looking to his right, and Jaylen Waddle's doubled. You're never throwing this to the running back out here. This pocket is still really, really, really good, and honestly, could this ball have been thrown right here? The answer to that is probably no. I mean, there's some type of collision here. So I guess in theory, this could have been, a heavily trafficked catch. But on this rush 3, drop 8, Tua just runs into a sack. Alrighty, let's talk about Ollie Gordon, another nice young player, the rookie out of Oklahoma State. You can see the Dolphins are running counter GY to the left, which is pulling the right guard and the tight end here. And honestly, this is just a really nice piece of running. Now, you do get a little lucky that 2 of the players are flying in to the opposite side of the run fit. So that obviously means less guys over here to bounce this into space in theory. So, man, this is really good stuff right here by Ollie Gordon. Make that corner have to pay coming up to tackle you. You could see that the Jaguars get into something called Tampa 2, where the safeties are playing cover 2, and the Mike linebacker runs with any verticals running over the middle. So you can make a case here that this dig should have been thrown by Tua, but you could see that the protection breaks down, okay? This obviously is a weirder protection because you have your right guard coming across here. This is to complement the play before because we did see a run where the guard pulled on the play before. And now the guard is coming over here to help with the tight end, blocking the edge over here. You could see that the tight end gets beat. The guard kind of runs into his own tight end, which doesn't help the cause at all. Obviously, Tua, could he have been stepped up into this space a little bit sooner? Maybe so, but the end does a really good job bending this edge and sacking the QB. So could Tua have actually gotten this off right here? Maybe so. I don't know. But once again, this Dolphins offensive line is one of the biggest stories in the NFL. So I've been dealing with this on Fast Draft Fantasy. Sign up now. Use my promo code Carter. Deposit match bonus up to $50. One thing I love about Fast Draft, they're fast drafts, right? I don't have a whole lot of time, cutting all these film studies, but I love playing fantasy football. Drafts that literally last maybe 10 minutes. It's crazy. And the thing is, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be a Jaylen Waddle drafter this year. This was his only catch. It was a horrific season last year for him. So you guys let me know what you think. Now, I would love the end zone copy for this play right here. It's just a simple handoff up the middle. 78 creates a pretty big hole right here, washing this DT down. And Ollie Gordon, should he have cut it through here? Maybe so. This is a dirtier picture. And, well, he's still able to pick up the first down, but I still think there was some meat on the bone. I'm telling you, this Mike McDaniel rush scheme is just so sexy. I love running out of pistol because pre-snap, you really don't know which way the running back's going to get a handoff. And you have, obviously, this tight end split zoning to the right, but you're actually running to the left. And take a look at these steps by the play side guard and tackle. They step to the left. They see that they have no one to block. So all they do is just seal these guys over penetrating this gap. It's really well done right there by 52. And now you got a pretty clean hole to run through. We just need a running back to be able to abuse it, and he does. 3rd and 6, good quarterbacking right here from Tua. This should be the throw every single time. Obviously, he throws with some really good anticipation. It's kind of tough for me to see what actually happened here. I just think that's a drop. Come on, 80. Help me out here. That's Tanner Connor, a third-year tight end out of Idaho State. So if you're relying on a third-end tight end, so that was Tanner Connor on the drop, third-year tight end out of Idaho State. So if you're wondering why the Dolphins are trying the Darren Waller experiment, there you go. So now we get to this 4th and 6, and the Jaguars elect to pretty much bring everybody. Okay, so this linebacker who looks as if he's coming off the edge is actually running with this receiver, and they're bringing pressure right here, and it gets picked up pretty well by Miami. Now, let's go to the actual route concepts. This is really good recognizing of what's happening. If it's man-to-man versus a blitz, we want to throw to the man behind this receiver. It's a really tough guard in man coverage. Tua sees it and throws a nice enough ball for Malik Washington to move the chain. So the Dolphins say, look, we're just going to keep pounding this bad boy. Little run to the left. And, well, it's just the same thing. The middle of this Jaguars defensive line just gets absolutely mauled. And Ollie Gordon, man, big body, running hard. And my favorite thing about Mike McDaniel and his rush schemes is he's not afraid to just keep peppering it. Once again, another out of pistol outside zone run. This is a good job on this play side DT to generate some push, and you're able to pick up the first down. Now, one thing I don't like about this, and this is just a note for Dolphins fans, this is the best down in football, 2nd and 1. So, this is a really good time for a deeper play action shot. But since the run has just been so dominant on this drive, I totally understand. Just keep feeding Ollie, and you're able to pick up a nice first down. And the pile keeps pushing. Okay, I mean, look at the finish on Ollie Gordon right here. So I want to admit bias before this Malik Washington piece of genius. I always cheer for shorter people that play professional sports, including Tua, even though he is from Alabama and I am, of course, a diehard LSU fan. It's just harder to play any sport if you're shorter, right? Or I would say most of the big American sports. And we get Malik Washington in space. Now, first thing, let's give Tua a lot of credit. He is facing a blitz, looking at him right in the face. Obviously, this DB, this would have been a little bit more difficult if this DB had played Tua the entire way. You could see he kind of stops, but Tua is still able to give ground. He knows he has this drag coming across the way here, and he's able to throw it to Malik Washington in space, right? The run setting up the pass here. Obviously, been killing him on those outside zone runs. And now Malik Washington, a little shake and bake, baby. I don't care if that's a linebacker that'll probably be selling insurance here in 5 years. This is a ridiculous piece of running. Misses a few shoestring tackles, and he just moves so dang smooth. Malik Washington, a fellow short king, doing the daggum thing. You love to see it. UVA, stand up. My man's got a single digit. I love it. So I do think he's good. And once again, we talked about fast draft. He is basically just going undrafted quite a bit in any fantasy league that you look for. And there is a lot of targets to go around, right? What if Jaylen Waddle doesn't turn back to his old self? What if we don't see Tyreek Hill, or Tyreek Hill gets moved or something like that? What if that does happen? Well, this is an offense that I want a receiver to be a part of, especially in fantasy on the two-pointer. Really good stuff right here. Just a little slip right here by the tight end, and it is perfect stuff. I guess I'm just in on the Dolphins offense, even with the offensive line issues. Defensively, offensive line, yeah, of course, but, give Tua time, he'll cook. So let me know what you guys think. Will the Dolphins even make the playoffs this year? It is Power Hour NFL. Boom. Look at the chemistry building right there. Tonight, we are doing chili.